Welcome to my holiday special where I'm going to be talking about some of the best holiday movies to watch this time of year. And today we're going to be starting with my all-time favorite holiday movie ever, and that's going to be Christmas Vacation. Now, this movie is directed by Jeremiah Chechik and is written by the legendary John Hughes and stars Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. And this movie follows Clark Griswold, a true family man who is just trying to have the best Christmas possible with his entire family, and everything, of course, goes batshit wrong and crazy. This was one of my favorite movies growing up. I think this, Home Alone, and Ninja Turtles probably made my VCR really hot to the touch. I loved this movie as a kid. I think growing up, I was a really big Home Alone fan, and I think I liked it more than this film. But now that I'm an adult, I definitely like Christmas Vacation a lot more because it's so relatable, and I'm going to tell you why in just a bit. But this is just a fantastic film. It's so damn funny and so kooky and so wild, and a really unconventional holiday film. Now, I gotta start off with saying the family is insane, especially the grandparents and especially the grandma. She's really freaking out of it throughout the entire movie.
They want you to say grace. The blessing.
Why does he say the blessings like that? What kind of movement is this? I have no idea. But you also have Clark's father-in-law, who's a total dick to him for some reason.
I hope you kids see what a silly waste of resources this was.
You worked really hard, Grandma.
So do washing machines.
The little lights are not twinkling.
I know, Arden. Thanks for noticing.
But one thing I noticed about Clark's father-in-law is that when Clark gets screwed over by his boss towards the end of the movie, the first person to stand up was his father-in-law. So that was really cool of him. But throughout the movie, he's just a total asshole to him. I love it. And of course, you have the ultimate family member in Cousin Eddie, who's just nasty and just so annoying and so idiotic. He's overall a really sweet guy, but as Clark says, his heart is definitely bigger than his brain.
Hey, kids. I heard on the news that an airline pilot spotted Santa's sled on its way in from New York.
You serious, Clark?
I also love that he has this like stupid turtleneck piece. It's just like a turtleneck piece, and then he puts a sweater over it. I don't understand it. I've never seen anything like this.
The kids couldn't make it.
There are a lot of things in Clark's life that are definitely shit, and he has this idea of what the ideal Christmas would be like in his house, and I can kind of relate to that. I don't personally celebrate Christmas, but I definitely do have this fantasy sometimes of what it's going to be like when everybody comes over. It's going to be great, but sometimes things go astray, and then sometimes things go batshit crazy and just terribly wrong. And that's what this movie really is. Like little things like he gets excited about setting up these Christmas lights, and it's so fun when you want to set these kind of things up, right? And then things just don't work. And it's just he puts so much effort into it and it just doesn't work and he loses his shit, and I totally can relate to that. This movie has a very good 90s Christmas atmosphere. Not only does it feel warm and cozy watching it because it's Christmas time, but it also feels very 90s, and I love that kind of stuff. And sometimes things do work out in life and in this movie as well. Clark gets like no respect from his boss, and I love it. He calls him like Bill and Mark, and he never gets his name right. And I love that Clark sticks it to the brown-nosers behind his boss.
Don't forget that report, Bill.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
He also has these really snobby neighbors, and I like to call these types of people brunchies, And I like that he doesn't take shit from them whatsoever. He always likes to stick it to them, and I love those moments. And holy shit, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is in this movie.
Hey, Griswold, where do you think you're going to put a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show you. You've got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, Griswold.
I wasn't talking to you.
But these brunchies have one of my favorite lines ever.
And why is the carpet all wet, Todd?
I don't know, Margot.
I always thought nobody else found that scene funny, and I didn't think it was a big deal, but apparently it is, so that makes me really happy. And you guys gotta understand that this is the third film in the series, and every time things go wrong in the Vacation series, all of them, Vacation, European Vacation, Christmas Vacation, and Vegas Vacation. But this one just gets the shit going crazy so damn right. This movie gets so wild and so random. Eventually, a squirrel finds its way into the Griswold house, and they're all so freaking terrified of it for some reason. Like, the dog is scarier, right? I'd be way more afraid of that dog. And you have to admire Clark's love for the holiday and nostalgia. Like, I really feel that. I always think, man, times were so much better back in the day. I really loved those moments, and I feel like every year life just gets worse, and I know that sounds really depressing, and it kind of is, and that's just how people who have a lot of love for nostalgia feel sometimes. And if you think that's depressing, this scene where Clark is stuck in the attic wearing this ridiculous turban and gloves, crying watching home videos is like next level shit. During the third act of this film, shit really hits the fan, and Clark reaches this like absolute boiling point where he doesn't get the Christmas bonus he was hoping for because he wanted to install a pool for his family in his home. And I get that. I totally understand. And instead of getting a big fat bonus like most people would on Christmas, he gets a year subscription to the Jelly of the Month Club. And you get, honestly, the world's greatest rant in cinematic history.
I want him brought from his happy holiday slumber over there on Melody Lane with all the other rich people, and I want him brought right here with a big ribbon on his head. And I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Christmas Vacation is definitely not a kids movie, and it's not for every family. My family watches it every year, and we've been doing that since the early 90s, but watching this as an adult, it's very raunchy and really inappropriate at times, but it's so damn funny and such a perfect holiday movie at the same time. Like, does this look like your typical Christmas holiday family movie? Guys, this is hands down the most relatable holiday movie ever made. It's so fun, it's so wacky and wild, and very freaking relatable. And I know this is going to be a really high grade, but I'm rating it for what it is. For what it is as a holiday movie, I'm going to give Christmas Vacation an A+. I'm going to be covering a lot more holiday movies. I want to know what your favorite holiday movie is. Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure to smash the crap out of that like, subscribe, and notification button if you want to see more movie reviews. Have your tickets ready. I'll see you guys at the next movie.